Respect program, since Torrance County is a major sponsor for this program. The Respect program, let me read you the mission statement. We have as a mission statement, the mission of the Respect program is to provide real-life education and training for young adults who are preparing to leave small, rural communities to attend college or work in an urban environment. Our goal is to empower them to make well-informed decisions and to avoid dangerous, life-changing pitfalls or when faced with at-risk behaviors. So let me hand you our schedule for the week, and I want to talk to you about it in a second. So we're going into Estancia High School next week and training their senior boys and girls. And the schedule will be actually 4 days. Usually we have 5 days, but because of the testing schedule that has been set by the state, it had to be adjusted. So they were kind enough to work with us by giving us a longer day during those days, so we're still able to accomplish quite a bit. On Monday for the senior boys, they'll be having 4 workshops. One is overview of the justice system by Kevin Swayze, the Chief District Judge. Inside Look at Fraternities by Roy Gibson, who's a civil engineer, and he also is a Mexico State University graduate. Financial Management by Vera Gibson. She's a graduate from Estancia High School, so some of you may know her. She was Vera Wilson, Mrs. Wilson's daughter. Right now, she's a Valencia County 4-H Extension agent, and she's a Mexico State University graduate. We have Suicide Prevention by Michael Barker. He's here at the Torrance County Teen Court Coordinator. And Monday, the girls will be trained in self-defense. On Tuesday, the boys will go to the district court, and they'll have a mock DWI arrest and hearings, and that will be presided over by Magistrate Judge Steve Jones. Matt Page will be the attorney that is prosecuting, and Deputy District Attorney Ray Sharbett will be the defense attorney. We have from Torrance County, our Sheriff Keith White that will be also participating. And in the afternoon, the boys will have a media literacy that we put on by Michael Barker. And senior girls will have the self-defense training that will be continued. Wednesday, the senior boys and girls will all go through these sessions in at separate times. So we'll have defensive dating by Katina Watson, drug and alcohol awareness by Officer Charles Smith, internet safety by Lane Widener, the EHS principal. Can you safely attend a party? And I'll be presenting that. And we'll also have a presentation by Agent Jonathan Reyes from the Drug Enforcement Administration. On Thursday, we have the boys and girls going out to the Memorial Perpetual Tears in Moriarty. They will be going through a DWI obstacle course. That's where they have the goggles that simulate intoxication, and they'll drive through the course in a golf cart. They'll be stopped by, we have 3 different law enforcement agencies that'll be there: the Estancia PD, the Torrance County Sheriff's Office, and New Mexico State Police. And they will be conducting field sobriety tests on the students. And most of them, well, all of them usually fail and will be arrested and all that fun stuff. We also will be having a special family coming out and talking to our kids, and it's a family that's lost their daughter in a DWI crash. So we'll provide lunch that day for the students as well. I wanted to also let you know that as far as Torrance County is concerned, it's been amazing the support that we've received for this program, and I wanted to thank all of you for that. I wanted to let you know that Michael Barker is going to be a huge part of our program. He's going to stay with the senior boys all week, as well as presenting 2 different workshops. We have Sheriff Keith White that will be participating quite a bit in this program and has been great support as well. Kathy Reyes will be participating. Tracy Masters also lending some materials, and she also has the DWI goggles. As far as sponsors for this program, I wanted to list those as well. We have Torrance County, of course, 7th Judicial District Attorney's Office, Town of Estancia, U.S. Army, New Mexico State Police, 7th Judicial District Court, Torrance County Magistrate Court, State Farm, Drug Enforcement Administration, CCA, Summers Bail Bond, Valencia County, Bohan and Houston, and then we've had monetary donations by Co Bernardo, Michael and Linda Stogner, and Dorothy Sandoval, and Pat Lincoln. Any questions?
Janice, does any of this go to the Mountain Air Moriarty schools?
Last year, at the end, I tried to get the Mountain Air schools at the end of last year, and they told me that it works better if I could try to visit with them about doing this at the beginning of the school year, because the end of the school year is so busy. So I did try to communicate with the principal, and he didn't return my calls. So I'm hoping that next year we'll be able to have something more solidified to go into school and into the Mountain Air High School. This is kind of difficult for me because I also have a full-time job here as a chief deputy treasurer, and so that's 10 hours a day that I work, and this is something I do outside of that. So it's not always easy to find the time to hunt down and make people listen to that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that we'll have better communication this next year. And as far as Moriarty is concerned, what I'm trying to do, this is a very small group mentoring type situation that I have with the program. That's why it works well in the smaller schools. And so trying to take it into Moriarty is rather difficult because you have all these students who are trying to break up into smaller groups. So I'm trying to find an alternative way to still reach the kids, but to do it on a grander scale where I can have a bigger presentation to larger amount of kids. Right now, I've been communicating with the magistrate court. They have courts to schools, and I'm looking at partnering with Judge Jones on that and bringing in some things that would help him with that program, at least for this year, if they can make it work. And then I'm going to visit with school board members and see, and also the principal from Moriarty High School, and see what they need. Because I know that every school's different, needs are different, and I would like to tailor make this to fit the schools. And so before I set the schedule and the agenda for the Estancia schools, I did go in and talk to the principal. We went through everything, and I said, what are some of the needs you guys have? We know some of the things that we've heard from the kids, and so that's how we adapted or came up with the schedule we have for Estancia. So the desire's there. We have support from Clint Wellborn, the DA, and so he would like for us to go into those schools too, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
And you did go to Mountain Air last year. I mean, you have been to Mountain Air in the past.
I've been to Mountain Air 2 times.
Yes.
And it's been very successful. Mountain Air students are wonderful. We've enjoyed every time we've gone there. The administration is great, and their principal, Mr. Dempsey, I'm not trying to say that he's not good at communicating, and I understand how busy the beginning of the year is for the schools as well. So I'm sure that we'll be communicating more towards the end of the year, trying to prepare things for next year. And maybe it's becoming like my part, being more organized to present things and kind of making it happen.
And you've also been to Moriarty schools as well, so I know
Yeah,
you've gone to every school and
tried.
the program.
So we went to Moriarty School last year, and that didn't go as well as I had hoped. We did try to break it up in smaller groups. We were going to teach the girls self-defense, and out of close to 200 kids, I only had 17 that showed up with the permission forms and all that. So I'm hoping that we can do something that we can get better buy-in. And I want to take it not just to the administration, but I want to take the program to the teachers, maybe in a staff meeting, and help them to see the importance of the program, because if the teachers are also advocates for what we're teaching the kids and supporting them, then they may be more likely to attend these as well. And maybe we didn't do a very good job of advertising it so that they knew exactly what we're doing. So I'm looking at all the different aspects. When I go back in there, I want to do it right. I want everything to be lined up. I want total support from the people we're working with there, those kind of things. And so it's not that I'm trying to avoid that area, but when I do it, I want it to be a good representation of the county, a good representation of our program, and to make the biggest impact that we can.
Yeah. And you did have good support, Moriarty. You really did try your hardest there. I know you even had Moriarty PD was some of your presenters and trainers, so
Yes.
I think you'll get back
that was
in.
another thing we did too. After the high school kind of fell through a little bit, we heard about the program and she wanted us to come in and train their 7th and 8th graders. And so we went in and had a full day with the kids and put them through the 3 workshops that we have of the, defensive dating, drug and alcohol awareness, and internet safety. And that went extremely well. The kids were very receptive, and I wouldn't mind going back and doing middle school on those subjects or anything else that they would need as well, and even into other school districts.
And I like that you moved the venue on the lunch and the obstacle course. I think that's really gonna bring it home, because
I think
that's
so too, because you
awesome.
helped me one year, and you talked to the kids after we had done that about a tragedy that you had experienced with a friend, or a friend of yours had experienced. And I thought that was a good ending to that session, and, because this is the very last thing that we do for the week. And so I wanted something similar to that, because it's a lot of fun for them to go out there and drive these cars and everything, but I wanted them to understand what the full impact of it was.
Absolutely.
And so I have, this family that I have coming in is actually pretty special to me, because their daughter that they lost was best friends with my niece. They both played for Wayland Baptist University on the volleyball team. So it was in college that it happened to her, and it was just a sad situation. But, another sponsor we have is also Harris Hanlon Mortuary. They're going to be providing a coffin for us that day. So we'll also have that on display as the people who are talking about this. Because part of it is that he makes a promise to his daughter while he's standing over the coffin. And so we're going to kind of reenact that a little bit. But anyway, it's going to be powerful. And I wanted to invite all of you to attend any part of this at all, or all of it if you want. You're more than welcome to do that.
I hope I can make a little piece of lunch. That's awesome.
That would be nice.